sooner or later, Professor Alexander will have to explain how to find a shorter, less dangerous route, and with mosquitoes slightly smaller than young eagles. Let's hope Diana doesn't get upset about my sudden trick. Professor Alexander! Hey! Professor! Hey! I hope he's around. I hope I haven't come all this way for nothing.
You again? I haven't seen you for days. And I was beginning to think I'd got rid of you. And here you are again.
Professor! Professor, listen to me. It's important. This medallion. I'm sure you know what this is. It belonged to Professor Eulenberg.
Where did you find it?
It was...
It doesn't matter. Professor Eulenberg would agree. You're very stubborn. I think this is the reason. I can trust you. Besides, I know everything. I know Eulenberg has been killed. I know you are investigating.
Huh?
Professor Eulenberg and I. We're both working at MIT. We were very good friends. We studied texts on ancient civilizations together. During one of these projects, while we were looking closely at some pre-Columbian parchments, we made some unique discoveries.
Huh?
We were young dreamers, stubborn and naive. The ancient civilizations that rules these lands had no fear of death, because they understood its essence. They believed that life and death were connected.
Well, many other civilizations had similar beliefs, and had no fear of death.
Listen to me. I'm not talking about religions or cults.
What do you mean?
We learned a lot during our research on Aztec civilizations and their rituals. We were concentrating on what the Aztec called Aidu, when young men become of age. In 1978, a farmer found the remains of 2 columns. They were transferred to a museum in Mexico. And from one of these columns, we obtained photographs of hieroglyphics. Everything corresponded with our research. The writing told the story of a majestic temple surrounded by jungle, of festivities lasting weeks, of a journey, a voyage between life and death, a journey to discover the limits of worldly phenomena, the evolution of the spirit.
What an amazing civilization.
Let me finish.
Sorry.
20 years later, more or less, we had evolved and reached our maturity too. But our dreams remained the same. We'd saved a bit of money, and we decided to organize an expedition. It wasn't easy getting around the jungle, looking for settlements. It was by sheer chance that we got to this place, where we suddenly saw an impressive construction, hidden in a place untouched by man for centuries.
What about the medallion?
During the installation of the archaeological site, in the eastern part of the temple, we found some precious objects probably used in ceremonies that took place here in this hallowed place. The medallion you have is the key to 3 precious boxes that were found later, as well as the evidence we were looking for. the remains of an ancient rock structure called vessel by ancient people.
What do you mean?
The 3 boxes contained sculpted stones, cylinder-like rocks with rings and golden symbols that had never been seen before. A mineral similar to quartz, of the same molecular density as a diamond, with the same energy charge of an electrical power plant.
Amazing.
We found the link between the stones and the vessel when we came across a stone made of that mineral in the temple. We just couldn't believe what the old writings revealed.
What, Professor? What?
The secret of life. How the soul leaves the body. The vessel and the stones were the clues to this journey. The journey this ancient population described.
Unbelievable.
Professor Eulenberg kept the vessel in his laboratory, and for a few years he tried to reconstruct the ruined parts of the structure in order to have something to base the story on, and where it corresponded with the ritual.
So, did you find anything?
About a year ago, Eulenberg called me at 3 o'clock in the morning. A very cold winter's morning. He was very excited. The vessel had started to function. The journey described on these ancient stones was real.
You're kidding.
During the ceremony, the ancient Aztecs, who reached adulthood, managed to detach the soul from the body to achieve what they called the journey. Knowledge, awareness, and being alive was reached by understanding death. So in life, there would no longer be any fear of the passage into the unknown.
This is all incredible. Had Professor Eulenberg discovered all this?
Yes. And he was going beyond. Way beyond. Once the vessel was activated, it trapped and channeled the flight of the soul into a host body.
Another body? Eternal life?
That's right. At the risk of breaking the laws of nature, it violated the sanctity of life. I refused to help him with this project. It was sheer madness. However, Eulenberg and I decided to keep this secret. Unfortunately, someone must have found out the content of our research and all our results.
He must have killed the professor to gain eternal life.
That's very probable. Eulenberg was very anxious lately. Maybe he discovered something else about the vessel. He might have felt threatened or in danger.
Where's the vessel now?
It's hidden somewhere in Eulenberg's estate. I'm sure it's still safe. Professor Mystere.
Yes.
This is one of the boxes we found. Eulenberg put the secret of the journey inside. Eulenberg was very eccentric. He knew that if he was killed, the access key to the vessel would be in very safe hands.
The parcels I inadvertently sent.
Exactly. Take it. Now it's up to you to find out the rest.
Where are the other 2 parcels?
This one was delivered to my house. The other 2 will have reached a safe destination. It was a big responsibility holding on to a discovery as important as this.
Trust me.
Be very careful. You have to decide if you want to carry on looking, or if you want to bury what we know. Right. Good. Let's get back to work now. Ah, Professor Mystere. While you are here, could you help me out before you leave? My assistants don't like this place. The usual stories about curses and jinxes and such like. I'm sure if I paid them more, they would change their mind.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
For a few years now, I've been working on how to open this door. The temple has never been violated. If you could find a way in, you're good at this sort of thing, if I am not mistaken.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.